Hello friends, welcome in the online teaching of biology. I am Dattatreya Raut. I have to deliver the new aspects, autosomal inheritance in the new syllabus. Autosomal inheritance, you know that these are new aspects in the chromosomal basis of inheritance. सो इन दी ऑटोसोमल इनहेरिटेंस यू नो दैट्स आपको पता है बच्चों कि जब ह्यूमन बॉडी के अंदर विच आर हैविंग दी सोमेटिक सेल्स एंड सोमेटिक सेल्स आर कंटेन दी 23 पेयर्स ऑफ द क्रोमोसोम्स. These 23 pairs of the chromosome they can divided functionally as autosomes and the sex chromosome. उनका जो फंक्शन है ऑटोसोम का फंक्शन है कि दैट विल बी इनहेरिट दी बॉडी कैरेक्टर्स एंड सेक्स क्रोमोसोम्स आर responsible to inherit the determination of the sex and sex related characters. A single pair of the chromosomes is involved in a sex determination and remaining 22 pairs are involved in the transmission of the body characters. A single pair of the chromosomes is involved in a sex determination and sex related characters. इसका मतलब क्या होता है कि सेक्स क्रोमोसोम का जो काम है सेक्स डिटर्मिनेशन करवाना, सेक्स से रिलेटेड जो भी कैरेक्टर है उसका एक्सप्रेशन करवाना. जो रिमेनिंग 22 पेयर जो है वो उसे कहा जाता है ऑटोसोम. दिस ऑटोसोम्स आर कंट्रोल द वैरायटी ऑफ ट्रेट्स. बॉडी कैरेक्टर आर द कंट्रोल ट्रांसमिशन ऑफ द बॉडी कैरेक्टर अदर देन द सेक्स लिंक्ड ट्रेट्स, अदर देन द सेक्स लिंक्ड कैरेक्टर्स फ्रॉम द पेरेंट टू देयर ऑफस्प्रिंग्स थ्रू दिस क्रोमोसोम्स. So autosomes are the control the variety of the traits other than the sex. These traits are called as the autosomal linked traits. This is called as the autosomal linked traits. In these autosomal linked traits, which is the autosomal linked traits, which is the transmission of the body characters other than the sex linked traits from the parent to the offsprings through the autosome is called the autosomal inheritance. So this autosomal inheritance in the transmission of the body character, variety of the body characters are the present. Color of the eyes, hair pattern, shape of nose, then skin colors. These are the variety of the body character are controlled by the human somatic cell autosomal linked traits. Autosomal linked traits. These autosomal linked traits are responsible to inherit the character from the parent to their offspring. So is the autosomal inheritance. Some character are influenced by the dominant genes while the some other are the influenced by the recessive gene present on a autosome. Then some character are influenced by the dominant gene while the some other are the influenced by the recessive gene present on the autosome. The sum of the character is influenced by the dominant gene, the gene which are the present on the chromosomes, and that may be a dominant gene. That dominant gene are the influenced on the characters, while the some are the recessive genes are the present on the chromosome that will be present on autosomes, which are the influence the इसका मतलब क्या होता है कि डोमिनेंट जीन और रिसेसिव जीन ये दोनों जो है ये कैरेक्टर को क्या करते हैं, परिणाम का देते हैं. परिणाम देते हैं इसका मतलब क्या होता है कि उसको उसका परिणाम डोमिनेंट जीन है तो उसका परिणाम अलग दिखाई देगा, और जिसका रिसेसिव जीन है उसका परिणाम अलग दिखाई देगा. इट मीन्स the sum of the character are influenced by the dominant gene, and some character are influenced by the recessive gene present on the autosome. So autosomal dominant traits के जो बारे में बताया गया, जो autosomal dominant traits है उसे कहा जाता है कि that is known as the widow's peak. Then another one is the example is the Huntington's disease. Widow's peak is the autosomal dominant traits. That means, what is the definition, what is the concept of the widow's peak? A widow's peak is the V-shaped hairline on forehead is described as the widow's peak. So it is, widow's peak is determined by the autosomal dominant gene, and this widow's peak occurs in a homozygous and also the heterozygous individuals. Now look the pictures. These are the, on the forehead there is a V-shaped hairlines are the present on the foreheads. These are the also the V-shaped underline V-shaped hairline on the forehead is described as the widow's peak. That will be is determined by the autosomal dominant gene, and this widow's peak occurs in both homozygous and heterozygous individuals. In the homozygous and heterozygous individual, that is the autosomal dominant gene which are the express the widow's peak occur in a homozygous as well as heterozygous individuals. Both males and female are equal chance of the inheritance. Equal chance of the inheritance. Widow's peak is the V-shaped hairline on a forehead, center of the forehead. फोरहेड के सेंटर में जो वी शेप्ड और दैट इज वी शेप्ड हेयरलाइन का स्ट्रक्चर डेवलप होता है उसे कहा जाता है दिस आर दी विडोज पीक, एंड दिस विडोज पीक इज द डिटरमाइंड बाय द ऑटोसोमल डोमिनेंट जीन. दिस विडोज पीक ऑकर्स इन अ बोथ होमोजाइगस एज वेल एज इन अ हेट्रोजाइगस इंडिविजुअल. दोनों में आ जाता है. अगर होमोजाइगस इंडिविजुअल है उसमें भी एक्सप्रेस हो जाएगा, और हेट्रोजाइगस जो रहेगा उसमें भी उसका एक्सप्रेशन विडोज पीक का एक्सप्रेशन हो सकता है. जिस प्रकार से विडोज पीक के अंदर वी शेप्ड हेयर लाइन ऑन द फोरहेड ऑफ द सेंटर ऑफ द फोरहेड, जो फोरहेड होता है उसके सेंटर में आ जाता है. और दूसरा जो है दैट इज नोन एज द नो विडोज पीक. द इंडिविजुअल विद अ होमोजाइगस रिसेसिव जीनोटाइप have a straight hair lines. There is a no V-shaped which is a straight lines. No widow's peak. Both males and females have a equal chance of inheritance. No widow's peak. Individual with a homozygous recessive genotype have a straight hairline. Look on the slides. These both examples I have to take on the slides. There is a male persons, these are the young persons having the no widow's peak. The individuals having the have a straight hairlines like this. This female is also having the straight hairlines, no widow's peak, because recessive genes have a straight lines. Having a straight hairline, बोथ मेल एंड फीमेल हैव इक्वल चांस ऑफ इनहेरिटेंस. दोनों में ही इक्वल चांस ऑफ इनहेरिटेंस का होता है. इस कारण जो रेसेसिव जीन्स होते हैं बोथ मेल एंड फीमेल के अंदर उसका इक्वल चांस होता है इनहेरिटेंस का. इस वजह से इस कारण इसका जो है रेसेसिव जीन इसका controlling the expression of the character that is known as the straight hairline on the forehead. These are the examples of the that is known as the autosomal dominant traits and the autosomal recessive traits. Now it is autosomal dominant traits and recessive traits. Now the autosomal recessive traits like the which is the no widow's peak individual with a homozygous recessive trait having a straight line here, no widow's peak, both male and female are the, इसका कहने का मतलब ऐसा होता है कि जो फोर हेड पर हेयर लाइन जो आता है, हेयर लाइन आता है तो स्ट्रेट आता है, तो इसका मतलब होता है कि वो रिसेसिव जीन के कारण उसका एक्सप्रेशन हुआ है। जिसमें वी शेप्ड आता है उसका मतलब वो डोमिनेंट जीन का एक्सप्रेशन होता है। देन आफ्टर दी phenylketonuria, these are the next example is the autosomal recessive traits is the phenylketonuria. This phenylketonuria is a genetic disorder that is characterized by the inability of the body to utilize the essential amino acid of phenylalanine. It was discovered by the Norwegian physician Absalon Folling in 1934. What is the name of the discovery of this phenylketonuria? Is a physician Absalon Folling in 1934. Phenylketonuria is an inherited in which signs and symptoms is a vary from a mild to a severe, such as. So it is a inborn metabolic disorder caused due to the recessive autosomal genes. जो recessive autosomal genes जिस फैमिली से बिलोंग होते हैं तो उनके जनरेशन टू जनरेशन इनबॉर्न मेटाबॉलिक डिसऑर्डर का इनहेरिटेंस होता है। जैसे हम कहते हैं कि व्हेन रिसेसिव जीन्स आर द प्रेजेंट ऑन द होमोलोगस कंडीशन, phenylalanine is the also phenylalanine is the phenylalanine hydroxylase enzyme is not produced. Phenylketonuria is also known as the PKU, is also known as the phenylalanine hydroxylase deficiency, is also known as the PAH deficiency, or is also known as the Folling diseases, because the Folling are the discovered the such type of the phenylketonuria disorder, genetic disorder, recessive genetic disorder, autosomal recessive genetic disorder. इसके इस डिसीज के अंदर क्या होता है, जो फिनिलएलेनिन हाइड्रोक्सिलेज एंजाइम का सेक्रेशन होना बहुत जरूरी होता है नॉर्मल पर्सन के अंदर। दिस एंजाइम का सेक्रेशन का क्या फंक्शन होता है? दिस एंजाइम इज एसेंशियल फॉर द कन्वर्जन ऑफ अमीनो एसिड इनटू द फिनिलएलेनिन इनटू द टायरोसिन। जिस व्यक्ति के अंदर फिनिलएलेनिन हाइड्रोक्सिलेज एंजाइम का सेक्रेशन नहीं होगा, क्यों नहीं होगा? क्योंकि उनके अंदर डिफिशियंसी रहेगी। कहे कि जी रेसेसिव जीन्स आर दी expressing the such type of the deficiency present in a homologous condition, and phenylalanine hydroxylase enzymes is not produced, not secreted. This enzyme is essential for the conversion of amino acid to phenylalanine into the amino acid and the tyrosine. So due to the absence of these enzymes, phenylalanine is not converted into the tyrosine. Hence phenylalanine is and its derivatives are accumulated in the blood and the cerebrospinal fluid and cause the mental retardedness. अगर कोई एंजाइम बॉडी के अंदर प्रोड्यूस नहीं होता है, इसका कारण क्या होता है? इसका कारण होता है कि जब now this causing this a conversion due to the absence of these enzymes, phenylalanine is not converted into the tyrosine. Hence phenylalanine and its derivatives are accumulated in a blood and cerebrospinal fluids. When recessive genes are present and inherited from the parent offsprings, a phenylalanine hydroxylase enzyme is not secreted. These are the deficiency of this such type of the phenylalanine hydroxylase enzyme. The conversion of the amino acid into the amino acid phenylalanine into the tyrosine. These are the not possible. Due to the absence of this enzyme, the phenylalanine is not converted into the tyrosine. Hence, phenylalanine and its derivatives are accumulated in a blood and cerebrospinal fluids, so causes the mental retardedness. Mental retardedness को cause होता है. So mental retardedness due to the उसका accumulation body के अंदर, blood के अंदर, cerebrospinal fluid के अंदर उसको बढ़ता है, तो mentally उसका, उस व्यक्ति का, उस पर्सन का मेंटल रिटार्डनेस कॉज होता है. जब बॉडी के अंदर कन्वर्जन नहीं हो रहा है, फिनिलएलानिन का कन्वर्जन टायरोसिन में हो रहा ही नहीं है, तो इसके कारण एक्सेसिव फिनिलएलानिन जो एक्सक्रीटेड इन यूरिन, उसका एक्सक्रीशन जो ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा होता है तो यूरिन के अंदर से होगा. दिस डिसीज इज कॉल्ड एज द फिनिलकीटोन्यूरिया. सो फिनिलकीटोन्यूरिया, यूरिया के माध्यम से उसका मैक्सिमम that is known as the excessive phenylalanine is excreted out through the urea. So this is new called as the phenylketonuria. So these signs and symptoms, excess autosomal recessive traits appear in both sexes, both which is the equal frequency these traits in a skip generation. Phenylketonuria is inherited in which signs and symptoms vary from mild to severe. So in the symptoms of the phenylketonuria is inherited in which signs is varies from in child's, in adult age, in a aging process at the time of the in a born child, newborn child, showing the show the very different symptoms. इसका मतलब क्या होता है कि बच्चों के अंदर जो इसके सिम्टम्स है, उसके लक्षण जो है अलग होते हैं. जो अडल्ट होता है उसके अंदर उसके लक्षण थोड़े से अलग होते हैं, और बूढ़ा जो होता है उनके अंदर जो उसके लक्षण थोड़े से अलग दिखाई देते होते हैं. इसका मतलब ऐसा होता है, जब भी फिनिलकीटोन्यूरिया का डिफिशियंसी होती है ड्यू टू absence of the secretion of the phenylalanine, due to these are occur in the bloods and which are the excreted out maximally through the urines. So autosomal recessive traits which are the inherited from the parent to offsprings, which are the chances of the transmission into the both sexes, frequency of the both sexes is equal chances to transmission from a parental to the both sexes, male or female. These traits tend to skip generations. Now here in the different aspects regard to the phenylketonuria, you know that there is a different namings. Phenylalanine hydroxylase deficiency is also known as the PAH deficiency or the following diseases. In the there are the different symptoms are occur. There the different symptoms are the showing in the phenylketonuria. These symptoms are just like to this mental retardedness is a major symptoms of the phenylketonuria. Then another one is the there is a learning disabilities. Learning disabilities is a produce. In a phenylketonuria, there is a skin rash on that is known as the eczema. Then hyperactivity, behavioral changes. These are the number of symptoms are the seen in the when the persons or the childhood in a conditions which has show the different symptoms. So these symptoms of the phenylketonuria is the majority is the mental retardedness, learning disabilities. In the learning disabilities, the persons which are the suffer from the phenylketonuria, that persons is not having a concentration in learnings, not having a properly to learn anything from the others, so that in the learning disabilities is caused due to the suffering from the phenylketonuria. Then also the mental retardedness due to the excessive accumulation in the cerebrospinal fluids. In the phenylalanine is accumulated in the bloods, accumulated in the cerebrospinal fluids, so that brains is not, nerve cells is not properly work, so that that person who is suffer from the phenylketonuria, जिस व्यक्ति के अंदर phenylketonuria का संक्रमण होता है, उस व्यक्ति के अंदर मेंटल रिटार्डनेस मोस्टली अफेक्टेड होता है. क्यों होता है अफेक्टेड? उसका कारण है फिनिलएलेनिन जो बॉडी के अंदर से कन्वर्जन होना जरूरी होता है, जैसे कि फिनिलएलेनिन का कन्वर्जन टायरोसिन में होना जरूरी है, लेकिन हो नहीं पाता है. इसके कारण जब फिनिलएलेनिन is the accumulated in the blood and the cerebrospinal fluid, that will be goes in a brain, so that this phenylalanine create a disruptions in a mental, create a disruption in a brain, and this so called the mental retardedness. Brain is not goes to a proper normally work, not work, because there is a accumulation of the phenylalanine in the cerebrospinal fluid of the brain. So that in this, then also the another type of the symptoms are the seen in the phenylketonuria, that is known as the skin rash or the eczema. इसका मतलब क्या होता है? बॉडी के सरफेस पे, स्किन पर, that is will be appear the rashes, rash. So this rashing of this skin, which is the due to the excess amount of the phenylalanine is the accumulated in the blood, so that rashes are the occur on the skin of the that suffer persons. Then another symptoms is the epilepsy. Epilepsy is the also one type of the symptoms that will be occur when the persons are suffer from the phenylketonuria. Then hyperactivity and the behavioral issues. Thank you so much.